The easiest way to check out any bit switch is to use a DC brake generator and connect LEDs to the track output with a diode across them, so that when the output to the track is DCC, the diode will be lit, which means that the train's in the go position, and when the LED goes out, it means that braking is being applied. So this is the easiest way to check out an individual bit switch, and it's also the easiest way, quite frankly, if you build a control panel, to mount one of these LEDs in each section of track, and then with simply using a jumper wire you can test and see if braking is being applied or not with to test a panel out. So for example, this is a passing siding. As we know, on the passing siding, when any train enters the siding, it'll apply brakes to the siding and keep the siding in the brake mode until a train passes on the main line. So I'll simulate this now with a jumper wire. For example, train comes in and hits trigger number 1 in the passing siding, and you can see that the passing siding LED went out. When another train comes along on the main line and trips number 3, then 4 on the main line, then 5 on the main line, and finally gets out of the way on 6, it will release the passing siding train, and it will trip number 2, number 5, and then number 6. Now the way the passing siding works, if train comes in and brakes on number 1, alright, on the passing siding, and another train comes in on and trips number 3, and then 4, and then 5, but before it gets to 6, another train comes in on the main line and trips 3, you will see that it also turned off the main, stopped the train on the main line. So I have trains parked on both the passing siding and the main line, waiting for the track ahead to clear. When the train that was ahead on the main line reaches 6, it will release the main line. You see the LED came on, and the main line then will trip 4, 5, and then 6, at which time it will release the passing siding, which at that point will trip 2, then 5, then 6. Now if a train is just coming through on the main line and just trips 3, of course nothing is in the way. If it trips 4 and then 5, and another train comes along on the main line and trips 3 again, you can see that it applies the brake for the main line, because the LED for the main line went out. When the train ahead reaches 6, then the main line is released so that it can trip 4, then 5, then 6. This is the easiest way to check out bit switches to see if they're working correctly, and it can be done with any one of the various bit switches. The key to it is use DCC brake generator rather than asymmetric or set speed 0. And this way you can check whether the one of the relays is locked or the logic is failing or whatever. It's the simplest way to check things out.